if you want to lose weight,
Right.
or lose fat as a guy, don't only go running or do cardio, because it's very important to also build your muscles, because the more muscle you have, the better your metabolism becomes and the more fat you will burn.
Right.
Probably you will increase a little bit on your weight, because muscle weighs a lot as well.
Right.
So don't just look on your weight. So, but yeah, build a bit of muscles first, because otherwise you will not see your abs in the end. I mean, you really need to build muscles first and then burn fats afterwards.
Right.
Not only do cardio, it's not as efficient, I think.
And so guys versus girls, do you have recommendations on what girls should avoid?
Yeah, so I mean, girls, I know, because I only have female cousins, so they would always tell me that they're really annoyed about, the flabby part when they're waving their hands here at the triceps area, So that is why they always train their triceps. So I would recommend definition training, which is several sets of high repetitions. So you do 20 to 30 or until you're tired, basically, until your muscle is tired.
Okay.
So low weight, but a lot of repetitions for definition, for muscle definition.
Right.
Shoulders is also good for women. Of course, back. A lot of girls don't want to train back because they will look too bulky. But yeah. But also very important is, of course, the legs, and the backside.
Okay.
Especially because, the biggest muscles in the human body are, of course, the big back muscle.
Yeah.
Afterwards, the gluteus maximus, which is the ass.
Right.
And the upper thighs is the third biggest.
So it's very easy to get.
So if you want to, improve your metabolism or increase your metabolism, you should focus on those bigger muscle groups, because it's more efficient.
Right.
Instead of training those small muscles like abs, pecs, triceps, biceps, you will not have such fast results.
So basically, to explain what sets and reps mean, repetitions are how many times you do like a particular activity.
Mm-hmm.
So those are repetitions, also known as reps. Now, for example, if you do 15 reps, that is considered one set. So that's how it works out, sets and reps. I found an article on the internet, and there were 7 myths about exercise or gymming. So with Toby's help, we're going to go through these 7 myths and see if they're true or not. It says, myth 1, lifting weights will make you bulk up. So is that a myth or is that true? Because actually lifting weights has made me bulk up a little bit.
Well, that's what you want to achieve, right?
Yes.
But again,
why is it a myth though?
Well, it depends also, again, on your body type.
Right.
So those mesomorph people, if they lift weights, yes, definitely will increase muscles and bulk up.
Myth 2, it says muscle turns into fat when you stop lifting. Is that true?
That's
okay.
No, it's basically I think if.
So it is a myth.
I think it is a myth because, if you're in, if you're doing weightlifting or you have a specific training that you do, for example, when I did Dragon Boat in Singapore, which is very demanding and you burn a lot of calories.
Right.
So your eating habits become different. You eat a lot more. Your body needs a lot more energy and calories.
Right.
Because you burn a lot of it.
Right.
So after you stop doing that particular training, but you probably keep these eating habits, for sure your muscle will decrease because you stop the training, but you will continue eating. So that is why
so that's why
you will increase fat but decrease muscle. So, but it's not that the muscle will turn into fat. That is the myth. I think this only relates to those bodybuilders, who just do bodybuilding. Actually, those bodybuilders cannot use the muscles properly in any other sport. So that's why I find it quite useless what they do. But what they do is they train particular muscle groups per day. So they combine sometimes back and biceps, and the other day is pecs and triceps and leg day.
So they go all out.
And they focus on one muscle group, and then afterwards the next day they don't have that one muscle group will rest, and they will continue with another muscle group.
Myth 4 is lifting heavy weights is the only way to see results. Okay, I'm going to say straight away, this is very obvious. It's obviously not true.
Yeah, and again, it depends what results.
Yep.
Yes, if you want to increase maximum strength, you have to lift heavy weight.
Right.
But,
this is an interesting one though. 5th myth is weightlifting is bad for joints. Now, sometimes I do lift those leg ones, and can't see the leg ones like that, right?
Oh, that's...
And it's bad for my... Sometimes it hurts my joints.
Well, to be honest, even though this is a myth, I think that exercise is really bad for your knees. It's isolated. If you wanna train your
it's the one
thighs,
with the weights here, and you're pushing up against the weight. So that's really bad for your knees.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that.
Okay,
I
so it is true to
anything you
extent.
do, you should better do the free weight training. For example, you do squats with weight on your shoulders.
Right.
But those machines, I don't like it quite much because it's not natural, you know.
Right.
It's not a natural movement. You wouldn't do that in any sport. Weightlifting is bad for the joints. It's not particularly true. It's just that if you start lifting weights, your muscles can get adjusted to the weight quite fast, but your joints take about 1 month to adjust to it. So you have to do slowly first and adjust your joints or get them used to the weight and the movement.
Right.
But afterwards, it's fine. I mean, once your joints are used to it, you can lift weights.
Yeah. So take note, if you're increasing,
Just don't go too fast.
Even if your muscles can handle it, you want to slow down for your joints because your joints take about a month to get used to it. So don't be too ambitious.
If you're a beginner, if you're just starting off,
And of course, you always, I think the best medicine, I mean, I'm sure you would agree, is to always listen to your body. Your body will tell you exactly what you're comfortable with, generally, right? What's wrong, what's right. Okay, 6th myth. Weightlifting causes high blood pressure.
Quite the opposite, actually.
Really? Because I feel blood rushing into my, no?
Well, maybe you feel that,
right.
that your blood pressure is rising, but actually it's scientifically proven that weightlifting or exercising will decrease your blood pressure. It helps. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. So, 7th myth now, almost done. Weightlifting decreases flexibility. I mean, because they say like a lot of guys when they weightlift, they become bulky, and so you see them like. Sometimes I feel like they're not as agile, or like they do yoga, the muscles get in the way.
Yeah, if you have too much muscle, I mean, those guys, it's exaggerated. No, but what I think
why is this a myth then?
No, it might be a myth because it is. I mean, training can increase your flexibility, but of course you have to stretch afterwards. It's if you just train one muscle group without stretching, yes, the muscle becomes shorter, and your flexibility will be decreased. But as long as you train normally and you stretch afterwards, it should be fine.
Okay, cool. We're on to our last myth. Let's debunk
my guess,
this. Yeah, of course. These are all our own opinions, as always, on doing spin stop.
We are no experts.
Machines are more effective than free weights. Now, you just said something about how free weights are better. So it's
yep, that's definitely a myth. Free weights are always better, always more efficient. First of all, let's look at, for example, one exercise is bench press.
Right.
If you're in a machine,
bench press.
It's an isolated movement, and even though you don't have a balance, or you're pressing harder on your right side and your left side is weaker, the machine, I mean, it's already it's fixed. So basically,
so you can very unevenly exercise your muscles on a machine.
But if you use free weights, you actually also have to balance the weight out, and
make sure
press,
it doesn't slip away,
and press evenly.
Yes.
Yeah, so
exactly. That makes sense. Is it important to change up the pattern of your regime? It's important or not?
Yes, because if you always do the same type of training, the same routine, your muscles will get used to it,
right?
And you will not improve as fast anymore, or your performance will not improve as fast anymore. So basically, you have to change. Okay, you're going to the gym, so if you have a particular regime,
say I'm doing biceps, I always lift a dumbbell and I do this.
Yeah.
How can I change it up?
Okay, let's say your regime is you do one day you do biceps, back and legs, for example.
So
for sure, week by week you have to increase your weight.
Yes.
Because your muscles will get stronger, and if you want to improve, you have to increase.
Right.
Or you have to change something.
Right.
But if you do that for about 3 months, your body gets used to it as well, and your results will not improve as much. So what you have to do is you have to change over, just to always give something new to your body. So let's say you do you do pyramid workouts, which is instead of going from low weight to high weight, you do the other way around.
Oh, you can do it the
heavy
other way.
weights down to low weights.
Oh,
just
okay.
to always make it interesting, just like in a relationship, right? You always have to keep things interesting, just like with workout. Or you combine back with triceps instead of back with biceps. Just always continuously making changes, you know, to never make your body used to a particular regime.
Because bodies adapt very, very quickly and very fast.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good advice there then. Yeah. Protein shakes, what do you feel about them? Are there more natural ways to do it, or are protein shakes actually healthy enough? Do you take them? Do you recommend them?
Not anymore, because I'm not training competitively anymore. Last time, yes, when I did my dragon boating and outrigger canoe, I trained 6 times a week. So back then, yes, I didn't have enough time to cook a healthy meal. So yes, I was taking protein shakes before training, after training, because yes, it's very convenient.
Right.
You don't have to cook anything. You just mix it, you down it, and afterwards you have your protein for the day.
Do you think they're healthy though?
Well, of course, it's always better to
natural,
to cook something rich in protein, with, you know, less fat. But nobody has the time to do it, or not many of us have the time to do it.
Right.
So, but of course, as you know, it's best to just cook at home. You know, make some nice fish with broccoli, with vegetables, a little bit of carbohydrates. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's difficult, yes, to get that protein intake just from natural food.
Okay.
You have to eat, like, I don't know, a few fish steaks.